I'll admit, I haven't heard Sam Smith. I probably haven't heard old Sam Smith project since probably his first one that he put out. That was like all the way back in, I don't know what, 2013, 2014. You know what I mean? Did you say who? Bro, Sam Smith. If you don't know who Smith is, then I don't know. I don't know where you've been. He's a massive pop star. He put out this huge song back in 2013, 2014 called Stay With Me. And that's probably the last thing I actually heard of him, like that I actually like went out and tried to listen to. Everything else he's put out since then has been kind of whatever. Super kind of mainstream poppy. When he first came out, he was definitely more soulful in the line of like Adele, Amy Winehouse, people like that. And then he found success and he definitely went the pop route. But like I said, this first album I'm gonna check out in years of his. So I want to see if it lives up to the hype that people are talking about. Yachty album is a masterpiece. Okay, we'll see. Gonna get to it right after this one. So Sam Smith, Gloria, track number 1, Love Me More. Hey bro, if you want to go back in like 20 minutes, we'll probably be on Yachty. But until then, we definitely got to cover Sam Smith, part of the culture. Cover everything here, man. Like I said, I haven't heard a lot of his newer stuff, but the stuff that I did hear, like his singles, is definitely more poppy. And this definitely kind of seems like a return more to his more kind of soulful, roots. And I'm definitely digging this a lot more than the singles that he's put out from his last 2 projects. All right. I'll mess with that one. Kind of a cheat code whenever you put like kind of gospel backing vocals with, the clapping and the rhythm. It's like kind of a cheat code when you're doing soul music to bring in the gospel choir. But like I said, it definitely feels like more of a return to kind of his roots for him. That's crazy title, No God. So let's check that one out. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, this is fire right now. This is fire. Oh yeah, he definitely went back to church on this record so far. Straight up, this is some black gospel choir stuff going on right now, and I'm here for it. It's obviously like what I grew up on, so this is fire right now. The beat is knocking, bass is hard. It's definitely a vibe right now. I'm liking this one. I like this song. All right. Like I said, he was close to falling off there for a second, but that track kind of put me back on. Like, yo, he might still have it. No God was fire. That was fire. Let's go to Perfect featuring Jessie Reyez. Jessie Reyez is a super underrated singer, super underrated R&B artist. I forget which project that was she put out, but it was definitely one of my projects of the year when she put it out. And I've been seeing her name pop up a lot more in features and collaborations and just with other artists in general. And I think she's starting to get kind of her more deserved shine. She's on 2 tracks here. So let's check out the first one, Perfect. I mean, again, this is kind of the more generic route that he's gone on his last couple of projects. It's been done. This has been done like a million times. Vocals are good. Songwriting's okay so far, if not super generic. I'm not perfect, but I'm worth it. Like, how many times have we heard that motto or that saying? Like, it's kind of generic, this one. I'll say it.
Derivative.
Been there, done that a million times over from himself. Like, he's done songs like this himself. So I'm not really feeling this one that much. I mean, when you have that much money, you're that big, nothing really is terrible. But it's just generic. It's super generic. I'm not perfect, but I'm worth it. That's super generic. It's a very nondescript song. Let's go to the next one, Unholy. I believe this was one of his first singles, and I think it hit #1 or something like that. So I actually don't know if I even heard this, but we'll check it out. Unholy featuring Gimme. I take it back. I have heard it. This was #1. I don't get it, but who knows? I guess there's obviously an audience for it, but not doing it for me so far. Nah, this ain't it. I know this is a big hit for him, and apparently people were really feeling this as a single, but I think outside of the obvious reasons, as you know, for the things that it did and accomplished, this is super generic. Again, this is kind of the middle of the ground pop that he was doing for a while that I was not feeling, and this sounds like somebody from a label put that song together, because that ain't it. Super generic. The beat was boring, repetitive. It sounded like almost any other mid 2000s kind of pop electronic mixed song that you would kind of hear, and that wasn't it. That was not it. Let's do 2 more. I'm gonna give Jessie Reyez another chance, because like I said, I think she's super underrated, and that last song they did together was not it, but I'm hoping this one's better. Gimme. Come on, man.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I'm only hoping it gets better from here. I mean, it's kind of a bop in the lane that, you know, dance hall, Caribbean Afrobeat kind of is, especially these days. And I've definitely, if I heard a beat like this out in the club, I wouldn't be too mad at it. But I just feel like on this song right now, he sounds out of place on it, not the other artist. He does. Yeah. Dan Smith dancehall is not what I needed, and I don't need any more of it. And honestly, I hope most artists in general, like pop artists in particular, kind of just leave that whole genre alone. I don't need to hear everybody kind of hop on that wave. Leave it to the people who kind of invented it. I think they do it the best. It's the most authentic feeling, and when you kind of do songs like these, it just feels a bit slimy, to say the least. That it feels like, you know, just reaching for a trend, reaching for kind of a cash grab, so to say. And nah. Next up, Calvin Harris. Okay, so I'm Not Here to Make Friends. Jessie Reyez is attributed on this song as well. Okay, so she's kind of all over this album. Kind of like new disco. Starting out. I mean, it's solid. At first, I wasn't necessarily feeling it, but the more I heard it, it definitely grew on me. You can hear Calvin Harris's identity all over it. It's right up his alley. You know, I'm just picturing hearing this at a summer pool party, and it would definitely hit. But again, it's not groundbreaking. something that we haven't heard before, something that we haven't heard before from him. Like, I don't really think he's doing the most to kind of like stretch himself as an artist, as a musician, either production wise or songwriting so far. But that just seems to be the case. We'll do one more song. We'll do the ending, Who We Love, featuring Ed Sheeran, another artist who a lot of people accuse of being very middle of the ground. So we'll see how this one goes. Decent, solid, middle of the ground. Kind of what I expected from these two. Vocals are solid. He's always been good at ballads. His vocals have never been the problem with him musically. I just think it's pretty generic songwriting, pretty generic production. Not the best way, I think, to close off this album in whole, but kind of like I was saying, my final thoughts for this whole project is it's pretty middle of the ground. I think it started out pretty solid, pretty decently, had me kind of interested to see what's coming. And then we just kind of got into like a lot of those tried and true tropes that a lot of people kind of accuse him of relying on, and not really doing anything experimental, not really doing anything new or exciting. A lot of his songs sound like songs that he's kind of already done, or that other people kind of in a similar lane have done, which isn't necessarily the worst thing to do, but when it's not like the highest quality out of that stack of songs and kind of sounds, it can be a bit kind of bland. Like I said, I think he kind of in a comfortable space right now, and I think this is just kind of who he is as an artist. He's good for a few songs here and there, but I don't think he's doing anything that's say super groundbreaking anymore. And yeah, that's it. But for those watching, wherever this goes up, let us know in the comments wherever what you guys think about Sam Smith's new album, Gloria. Did it hit? Did it live up to the hype? How's this kind of stack up to his past work? What are your favorite songs? What songs are you not feeling? Let us know in the comments down below, wherever you're watching or listening. And yeah, that's it.